What's up everybody, it's Matt Karma, and in this video what I'm going to be doing is breaking down the law of attraction and how you can manifest more money using 3 simple tips. The very first thing that I want to break down is how the law of attraction works. Some of you, this is the very first time that you might be hearing about this. Some of you have probably watched other videos, you've listened to podcasts, you've read books on the law of attraction. So let me just give you a quick little summary, a reminder about how the law of attraction works, so then that way you can have some context behind the 3 things that I'm going to be breaking down in a second. So how the law of attraction works, the way that I like to describe it to my clients in the deep end experience or when I do my retreat, I like to say that the process of manifestation works something like this. First, there are your thoughts that determine your feelings, and those feelings determines the vibration that you are sending out, and the vibration that you are sending out determines how you act and what you attract, and then from that it determines the results that show up in your life. That is a very brief summary of how it all works. Your thoughts determine your feelings determines the vibration that you are sending out, which determines what you attract and determines how you act, and that determines the results that show up in your life. With manifesting, it's not about creating more money because that money already exists. It's about getting yourself into vibrational alignment so that money can come to you. And that doesn't mean that you just get to sit back on the bed and meditate and do the things I'm going to be sharing with you and you don't do anything at all. However, there is so much power in the law of attraction. There is so much power in manifestation that a lot of people just aren't using. So let me share with you a quick little story. Some of you probably already know my story, but not too long ago, I was living in my mom's garage, and I was a personal trainer at the time. I was a boot camp instructor for 5 years, and I had this dream of being able to work online and travel the world and getting paid for what I love doing. The challenge was I didn't know where to start. The challenge was that no matter how much money came in through my personal training business, I would always find a way to get rid of it because I was in a constant state of lack, and also I had the worst relationship with money. And it wasn't until I started to do the things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video that my life completely changed. If you look back at my channel, you'll see that earlier I used to do a lot of weight loss videos and binge eating videos and so on. I was selling ebooks and I had an online course at the time that I was putting out all these videos. And averagely, I would be earning around $500 per month. And it wasn't until I started to change all of this that I went from $500 a month to 4 weeks later being able to earn $16,836 once I started to focus on the law of attraction and doing some other internal work. But also afterwards, I consistently started to earn $20,000 and more. Now it's way above that, and now I get to live my dream life, and I'm so damn happy because of it. I'm not saying that to brag, I'm just sharing that with you because I'm not sharing this advice from a place of just do these 3 tips and you can have what you want, when it's coming from a place of me not being able to experience that myself. So with that said, have a pen and paper out because I really want you to write this down. The very first thing that helped me was number 1, creating an identity shift. Because I want you to write this down. We're just having some technical difficulties right now. I want you to write this down and I want you to just let this land. You do not attract what you want, you attract who you are. If the identity that you have for yourself is you are broke, the first thing you need to be doing is questioning it. Am I broke? Is me being able to get a coffee, a green juice, a tea, a meal from a cafe, being able to afford a $4 coffee, is that me actually being broke? Because what I've found is that your reality conforms to what you believe about yourself. If you believe that you are unlovable, then regardless of what shows up in your life, there's something in our brain called the IRAs, the reticular activating system. That part of your brain is only going to find references to support you believing that you are unlovable. But if you believe that you are wealthy, if you believe that you are abundant, if you believe that money comes to you easily and effortlessly, and you have that identity for yourself, maybe the external world isn't going to change. Maybe what's going to happen is just you're going to start noticing the abundance that was already there. The way that it works is that our beliefs distort our perception of reality to conform to what we believe. And I need you to go back into the process of manifestation. Thoughts equals feelings equals vibration that you are sending out. Let's just start there. If the thoughts about yourself, right, the beliefs about yourself, who you believe you are, is someone who earns $50,000 a year, then what's going to happen is the possibility that is around you for you being able to earn $1 million a year, $500,000 a year, is not going to be available to you because you have these blinders on which are called your belief systems about yourself, that is preventing you from seeing the opportunity that is around you everywhere. Then the question is, well, Matt, how do I actually change that? There's multiple ways to do that. One of the ways is by you visualizing every single morning, not just doing it once every 2 weeks, but doing it every single morning, seeing that person that you ultimately want to become, the highest version of you, and then asking yourself, how will that person behave? What will that person believe? How will that person walk? How will that person act in the world? And then matching up your current self to align with that future self who you really want to become, that identity that you want to merge into. Again, manifesting isn't about creating something new. That money is available to you right now. It's all around you. It's about coming into alignment with what already exists. And for that to happen, one of the ways to do that is by changing your identity, your self-perception. So that's the first way. The second way is a really powerful exercise, which is called the manifestation flow. Now, this isn't something that I created. I'm going to give full credit to Bob Proctor. For some of you might know who he is. I definitely recommend checking him out. He is really, really amazing at describing the law of attraction, giving techniques and stuff. But this thing changed my life. And when I say that, a lot of people throw that word around. This quote changed my life, or this thing changed my life. It actually really did. Because once I started to do this every single day, I started to notice that the things that I was writing down, the things that I was speaking out loud through doing the manifestation flow exercise, it started to happen. So the process is every single day you can speak this out loud or you can write this down. What you're going to do is you're going to start off the sentence by writing or speaking, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and what you're going to do is you're going to speak and write as if the things that you really, really want has already happened. And you're just speaking as if it's happened already. And the most important thing is if you're writing or you're speaking is not the words, but the emotion behind the words. So for example, let's say that you are at a job and you want to be earning $500,000 a year, $100,000 a year, whatever the number, let's just say $100,000 a year. What you're going to do is you're going to write or speak and you're going to say something like, I'm so happy and grateful now that it is December 31st and I'm looking back at my life and so much things have happened. Before, I remember 6 months ago, I was working at this job, and you're going to describe the job that you're working at right now. That's what you're doing. And I remember I was there and I was just unhappy. And then things started to change once I started to do all these rituals. And now, looking back, I'm so happy and grateful that I did that, because now what's happening is every single month I'm earning $20,000 and more. And it came to me from so many different opportunities that were around me, but I just couldn't see. And I'm so happy and grateful now that this money is coming to me through all different directions. It's coming to me in places that I never thought was possible. And now I'm just so happy and grateful now that I get to travel the world. Now I get to speak on stages. Now I get to write these books and they're selling like crazy. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can go to a cafe and not even think about the price, but just buy it. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can get these clothes and not have to worry about it. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can fly in first class. And you're just going to go on a rant. And you're going to do that every single day. I like to speak it because when I speak it, I add more emotion to it rather than writing. And I think very, very quickly. So writing it can sometimes be a slow process for me. So it's totally up to you though, right? But remember, if you are going to write it, still embody the feelings as if it's happened. Right? Just writing it but feeling zero emotion at all, it's probably not going to work. But also what I like to do is I like to close my eyes. What I also like to do, if I'm walking, I'll pretend that I'm on the phone. So if you see me in public ever and you see me doing this, I'm not actually speaking to anyone. I just don't want to seem like I'm crazy talking to myself. So I pretend that I'm on the phone and I'll just be walking down the street and I'll be saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and when someone walks closer to me, I'll pretend that I'm on the phone. Seems weird, but it works. So I remember when I was living in my mum's garage at the time, every single night I would walk to the skate park where it was close to where we lived, and I just go there at nighttime and I would stargaze and I would just speak as if my life is just transformed. And I remember saying that I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm living in Bali. I'm doing these retreats now. It's selling out like crazy. I'm so happy and grateful that money is coming to me in all different ways. I'm so happy and grateful now that I don't have to worry about cleaning my room and doing all these different things. And now that is my reality. I live in Bali. I've been there for about 1 year and 2 months now. Every single 2 days my room gets cleaned. I don't have to cook. In the last 1 year and 2 months, I probably cooked around less than 15 meals because I have my food made for me. I'm surrounded by the most amazing people, and a big part of that is, yes, doing the work, right? And the biggest part of it, I believe, is getting myself into vibrational alignments, right? Manifestation is not about creating something new. It's about getting yourself into total alignment. One of the ways is through changing your self-perception. The second way is by doing the manifestation flow exercise every single day. Common question is, well, Matt, do I change it every single day? No. You want to do the exact same thing. When you're speaking, you don't have to remember exactly what you said. Don't overthink this. But I recommend keeping it very, very similar. Focus on what is the goals that you want for your life and speak as if it's already happened and embody the feeling as if it's already happened as well. The third thing that's really going to help you attract more money is by doing a cleanse. And what do I mean by that? I'm not talking about going on a juice detox. I'm not talking about that. The last two things that I've spoke about is doing things that's going to influence your thoughts and feelings by inputting something new. But it's not just about inputting, it's also about taking out those things that aren't serving you. So the cleanse for you might be, you need to be asking yourself, the people that you're following on social media, are they the people who are getting you into vibrational alignment with what you want to create in your life? You're following people who are really, really inspiring. People, when you hear their messages, when you read their captions, when you watch their videos, they allow you to think bigger. They allow you to connect deeper to yourself. Are they a sexy chocolate Fijian man who is also half Uruguayan and starts with like Matt or something like that? And in all seriousness, it's really important that you unfollow people, not just online, but also in real life. You need to be thinking about the people that you're hanging around right now. Are they getting you into alignment? When they're around you, are they constantly just complaining and talking about things that just don't actually matter? Or are they causing you to get into a high vibration just by being around them through what they say, but also through what they don't say? Do you feel lighter when you're with them, or do you feel heavier? And some of you, it is the food. Some of you are constantly drinking Coca-Cola and you're eating crap that doesn't allow you to feel good. Because when you change your food, you change your mood. And when you change your mood, you are getting into a higher vibration, which determines what you attract and how you act. Okay, so my memory card just ran out of room, so I've got 1 minute left to end this video. But I really hope that this video has helped you out. I'd love to hear in the comments which of these three was the most beneficial for you, or was there anything that I said in this video that really stood out to you, any quotes that really helped you? Please leave them in the comments because I love reading them. I read every single one. If you haven't already, subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified every single time that I post. I post 3 times every single week. Go ahead and follow me on social media. Instagram, I post there every single day. So if you want to get more information about this, go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well. So until I see you all in the very next video, remember to love all living beings, and most importantly, love thyself.